Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about reimbursements on Instacart. As an independent contractor, we have the obligation as people in business for ourselves to handle the majority of our own expenses. However, that doesn't mean that there aren't going to be times where you will have to get reimbursed for some expenses you might incur while being an Instacart shopper. So with that said, we are talking about everything you must know about reimbursements on Instacart, what they tell you versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over in this video is very market dependent, and what applies to me and my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. Instacart doesn't expect shoppers to use personal funds for customers' orders. Only use personal funds if you have issues with your Instacart payment card. Submit a reimbursement request if you pay for a customer's items with your personal credit or debit card, Google Pay, or Apple Pay. So cash payments are not accepted, which is fine because most of our work is done digitally anyway. But for those of you who are keeping a bunch of cash on you, what are you doing? You're just asking to get robbed at the door. You might be a little SOL because they won't allow for it. Non-reimbursable expenses. Instacart doesn't reimburse shoppers for parking tickets and fees, tolls unless stated during the batch acceptance phase, gas and mileage, purchases made with an unapproved payment method, EBT, store credit, gift card, or cash, online pay orders. So a lot of these make sense to me. Parking tickets shouldn't be paid back. Parking fees, some companies do, as well as with tolls. I'm surprised they even allow toll reimbursement for the acceptance phase, though. I would just imagine if they did have orders that went through a toll that they would say no to the entire order, but what do I know, right? But they say they would tell you if they do. Yeah, I've seen a few stories online already where they blatantly show the route that guarantees you're going through a toll, but they won't say, hey, we're gonna reimburse you for this. It's a common case of playing dumb and making life harder than it needs to be. I would just avoid orders that involve tolls altogether, to be honest. It's better to not deal with it in the long run. It's more headache than it's worth. Gas and mileage is super common in our industry as a whole, especially as an independent contractor. Purchases made through an unapproved payment method. I assume this is because they need to verify the purchases through their own channels, but that honestly makes sense to me. Online pay orders, honestly, just the way they put this is already questionable to me. First off, why is the O and the L capitalized? Tell me this was outsourced or AI produced without telling me, right? And second, what does online pay even mean? I feel like I need more clarification on that. Submitting reimbursements. Your Instacart shopper app prompts you to submit a reimbursement if you pay for an order without your Instacart payment card. To submit your reimbursement, go to Account, Reimbursement Requests, the order you want to be reimbursed for, enter your order information to the request form. The form already has uploaded image of your delivery receipt, add more photos if needed, and tap Submit. They also send you a push notification to streamline this if it's necessary. Sometimes I even got that notification when I still used the card, that they sent me, so it isn't like they try to hide it. You just need to be informed of how to properly execute on it. Also, with any of these forms, the more information, the better. Give them all the tools and resources they need to actually get the job done. You can check your reimbursement status in-app under reimbursement requests. We typically process requests within a few days, though it may take up to 30. Please keep your paper receipts for at least 30 days after completing an order. If we approve your request, you should get the reimbursement in the following direct deposit. Now, I have never had to do this with this particular company. I've had to do it with Doordash. I will say this, stay on them for it. And make sure this is not something that falls through the cracks, because you may end up losing more money than you got paid for. Never ask a customer to reimburse you. Requesting cash or third-party payments, example Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, etc., violates Instacart's full-service shopper account access guidelines and your independent contractor agreement. Also, don't expect any reimbursement from the customer, period. Whether they asked you for an extra item and that you couldn't add it, and then they said something about tipping you after, that is a huge red flag for scammy customers trying to pull shady shit with you. Don't. And not to mention, sometimes there are sting operations, so don't fall for it. Reimbursement denied. Instacart sends a push notification and email if we deny your reimbursement request. The notification takes you a new request form with the original request details filled out. You may need to submit your request through the shopper app for one of the following reasons: missing required information, unclear receipt photo, receipt details don't match the information you entered. If you don't have the order information, provide the customer name and or address in the description section. We must be able to locate the order to approve the reimbursement. The most problems I see from this are clerical errors, meaning the info of some kind was inputted into the system wrong, or support being as supportive as a screen on a submarine. Because when have they ever supported us? I would just keep trying if you have to. Now, I do have a couple of side notes I would like to go over on this subject. Better off not. I know this is a video about getting reimbursed on stuff, but in reality, you are better off not depending on this company for much in that department. If the car is declining, don't risk coming out of pocket for an order of that size. This is actually why I don't prioritize Instacart as a whole. Also, imagine if this was a Costco order or something. That would be crazy. Not to mention the risk of deactivation by them claiming fraud for any reason, and then you still don't get your money back. So if it seems like it will be an issue, it probably will be. Don't just do things like front money blindly. Employee versus business mindset. Remember, as an independent contractor, you are in business for yourself. That means your expenses are your own. If you don't get that coming into this business, get that through your head now. If that is a problem for you, that's fine. This may not be a good fit. Did I miss anything? Is there something else about reimbursements on Instacart that I have yet to cover in this video? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that anybody and everybody that wants to make money in this industry can, and we can make the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.